times 5 times 25, or 5 times 5, excuse me, is 25. I subtract and I'm left with 0. I add these numbers up and I get 1,930. And the last one, let's get her done. So I have 4 boxes. I have 4 digits. This is showing me that my quotient is going to be in the thousands. So I look and I think to myself, how many times can 4 go into 9? 4 can go into 9 2 times. I can drop my 3 zeros to make it easier to think about this. And I do 2 times 4, which is 8. I subtract with 1,536. I bring that number up. I line up my numbers as best as possible. Now I'm working in my hundreds, so I'm thinking how many times can 4 go into 15? The answer is 3. I can drop my zeros to make it easier for me to multiply 3 times 4, which is 12. I subtract. I get 336. I bring that up. Working in my tens place now, so I think to myself, how many times can 4 go into 33? The answer is 8. I'm going to drop my 0 to make it easier for myself. I'm going to multiply 8 times 4, which is 32. I'm going to subtract, and I'm left with 16. I bring that up. I'm working in my ones place, so how many times can 4 go into 14? The answer is 4. I multiply, I subtract, and I'm left with 0 as my remainder. Adding up the numbers on the top, I get 2,384 for my answer. To do it in the expanded notation method, I again ask myself how many times 4 can go into 9. The answer is 2. I fill in the rest of the places with 0. And now I multiply. First I can drop my zeros to make it easier. 2 times 4 is 8. I subtract. Left with 1,536. Now I'm working in my hundreds place, so how many times can 4 go into 15? The answer is 3. I'm going to fill in my zeros for my placeholders. I'm going to drop those zeros to make it easier easier on myself multiplying. 3 times 4 is 12. I'm going to subtract. I'm left with 336. Now I'm working in my tens. So how many times can 4 go into 33? The answer is 8. I have a 0 as my placeholder. 0 to make it easier for me to multiply. 8 times 4 is 32. I'm going to subtract. I'm left with 16. Now I'm working in my ones place, so how many times can 4 go into 16? It can go in 4 times. 4 times 4 is 16. I subtract. I'm left with 0. I add these up, and again I get 2,380. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me tomorrow. Have a fantastic night.